Hey, it's Mike with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Thursday. It's day the 16th. This will be our chart lesson for today, and it's Thursday, so no chart lessons on Fridays if you're new around here. Only do them Monday through Thursday. So this is going to wrap up our week, and we won't be back to do it again until Monday. So taking a look at our real quickly here at our daily chart. You can see we got well into the overbought territory, so not a complete surprise that we kind of turned down today. Now we could get another push or two up before it corrects some, but you could see the volume was just really light on this rally, and as we started selling off today, that that volume really picked up. So I don't know what that means. Don't know if it means anything, but I just think there's not a lot of people willing to buy at these prices, and it does appear we have a break of this trend channel, and we do have a new uh, high in place. We did make a new high, and we are well overbought here. It's been a long time since we got up there into the brown, and so we could turn down from here. We'll see. It looks like a reversal type day. But it's really hard to know for sure until we get a few more days of price action here. It's not like the trying to read the chart here on the daily chart because one bar is a whole day where this whole move up might be an hour or two on an intraday chart. This is weeks, so it's a lot slower moving and a lot slower to follow through. So anyway, you see what it looks like here on the weekly chart, or I'm sorry, daily chart. Let's flip over to the 2,000 tick chart and take a look at it and go through the trades, and we'll wrap this week up. And here it is. We started out in this range. We broke out up the top, and like I always tell you, most breakouts are going to fail, even if only temporarily. This one was not a temporary failure. It was a complete failure. Then we failed out the low side. Temporary failure because we ended up going lower. And so always expect breakouts to fail even if only temporarily. So if you understand that rule and stick to it, most of the time you're going to come out in really good shape. So occasionally you probably you might have traded this on the breakout and you'd have made a little money before it backed up. Same thing here. But you're better off to wait for the reversal and trade it back into the range. Than trying to, because sometimes it only goes out a bar or two and then reverses on you. So you got to be real careful. You don't want to buy on a breakout up here and sell on a breakout up here, which is way 90% of the time when you read some trading strategy, that's their strategy, and that's the exact opposite of what you need to be doing. So keep that in mind. But one other thing to note about today's chart is we had this unemployment claims early this morning. Didn't have a whole lot of effect, but you still want to be flat for that. So that's why this is marked out blue. But anyway, let's zoom in here and we'll get started on the trades. But you had that news item and it sent prices a little lower, and we bounced down here off the closes yesterday, and then we just got stuck in this real tight range here. But if there's room to each side, you can trade that. And you can notice we turned down a couple of times here, so you had plenty of room back. And then you turn from the low side, plenty of room back up. Then once again, now you got a triple test here at a big bearish bar, and runs back down, comes back. This one was tempting, and it would have worked, but I just didn't like that extra stem there. I was a little hesitant on that one. I felt like you needed to wait. I mean, you might make it green. That probably does close in this lower 1/3, but it's close. And sometimes you're better off just to wait. You already had 2 or 3 easy ones there. Why risk one that you're not sure about when you just had 3 easy ones? So, and of course, we break out here, and it runs down and you get a close and a new low all in one, close outside this trend line and a new low all in one bar there. And so and that's a nice reversal type bar, and it basically made a double bottom here. Yeah, it went lower, but it closed back up at just above that close from yesterday. So I like just trying to ride that back. It's aggressive, and most of you should probably stay away from it. Notice there is a double top here, so it's a first entry, second entry too. You're not really looking for second entries there, but it's there, so if you want to take it, you can. And then we run up, and you get a spike and channel that runs all the way back to the highs, and of course you get your break there, and then you get a little trend down and a break, and it doesn't quite make a new low. This is a second entry long. It was very tempting, but that looks really congested. If this is a range day, it could break higher and fail and turn down on you. There is enough room to go higher there. So the way I'm going to leave that is we'll make it green, but I didn't like it in real time. I wouldn't take it, so I think it's too aggressive. But there's reasons to like the trade. I mean, you don't know that it's going to break out and keep going, but there's a good chance it'll come back and just test the overnight highs again, which it does, but it keeps going this time. So if you took that trade, that's a great trade, but it's aggressive. But that's the thing with aggressive trades. When you take on a little more risk, you usually get a little more reward. So as you get better at trading, maybe you start to take some of these. But for most of you newbies that are just trying to get profitable, stay away from stuff like this because you can't afford to have be wrong. So this is for more advanced people. It runs up, you get two legs up, and then it tries to go higher two more times, and we're still not back to, as long as you got room back to here, take that trade. It's probably going to reverse, but and come back, at least test the breakout, but it could bounce that EMA, so make sure you got enough room, and that turns out to be a great trade. You get a really nice move down there. I mean, you could get an easy 5 or 6 points out of that, at least 4. And then it bounces, but again, this is congested. It's right at the end of the high, so just sit tight. Comes back up, and you could say, hey, there's a lower high here, but that trend channel is solid all the way up, so you really want to wait on a lower high, and it just doesn't give you one. It just kind of drops down and chops sideways. And I would say go short here, but that signal bar is too neutral. So it works. And then we're just chopping along again. It actually breaks out and fails, bounces off the low again, runs back up to the top, gives you this real small 3-tick. I mean, that's about as low a risk as you're going to find with plenty of room to get out. And we're making lower highs and lower lows here, so just go short right there. It should play out for the range at a minimum. We end up breaking a little lower. This one's tempting to go long. And you could go along there, but I'd want to wait on a higher low, which comes here, and then it just looks too congested. It ends up going higher, but I just don't like that entry. Maybe you take that one if you're wanting to be a little aggressive, but we're in a downtrend here, and we're underneath that midline, because you should have, well, you may not, you wouldn't have had this confirmed. You would have the trend line in place, but it wouldn't be confirmed. But you could see it reacting off that midline and that gap. When you see a gap where a midline or a trend line or a trend channel line comes through, it usually means it's a correct spot. Don't ask me, they're like thin spots. I don't know why they do that, but you'll see that over and over and over. So just watch for it. And if your trend line or trend channel or EMA or midline or anything runs through it, it probably means you got it in the right place. So maybe you take that trade, but we're in a downtrend, so I'm not crazy about it. But it would have ended up working out, but you would have had to ride all this out, and I just think you're better off. I didn't like it in real time. Then we get a break, move to a new high, and it turns down right at the overnight high and right off the trend line and confirms it. Very bearish bar. I mean, it's 5 ticks, so you can get in that with an 8-tick rule. And look at that move. Great move all the way down. That was a nice move. And then you get a 2-legged correction here. I actually forgot to mark that one. You get a 2-legged correction right back to the midline and a nice bearish bar. First break. We're not to the lows yet. We're not to the lows of the range. That's a great setup. I mean, that's textbook second entry short, you got to take that one. And of course it bounces down here, and where does it bounce? Right at the confluence of the low of the range and the trend channel line. You don't get a chance to go long there. You do get a higher low here, but that's just a first entry. Again, I think you got to skip that one. And then you get a triple test here, but the signal bar is no good. So again, you just have to kind of skip it. And then you get another triple test with a great signal bar. There's still plenty of room down here to the lows. It's a little sideways, but it's not really congestion. That's just bars it's just prices trying to go higher and they can't. And so I like that one. As long as there's room to these lows, I think you're okay to take that one, and I like it. And then again, I didn't mark this because we're in a downtrend. We do bounce there. It's not a triple test. It's not really a double bottom because it makes a little lower low, although it closes inside that range. It's really tempting to go long there, but I'd just skip it. I'd wait because we're in a downtrend and you're basically trying to pick a bottom. You need something better than that. And then it runs up, close outside new high, but you don't get a chance to go short there. No setup. And then we run down and we do close outside this time and we bounce off that low. But there's been no close outside this a new low yet, so I don't think you can go long there. Prices run up. There's just no setup really to get long here. We're in a downtrend, so just wait and see if you get something up here. And you do get a close outside and a new high, and then it tries to go higher again and fails and turns down. Don't trade that on the engulfing bar. Wait for it to close. I like going short right there below it. It takes a minute to work out, but that turns out to be a good trade. If you didn't enter on this one, by the time you get here, it's starting to look congested. So I'd just sit tight. And then even this one, you might go short if it would have broke lower on this bar, but it doesn't. It turns out to be a great move. And that takes us into 230. Now, if you're in this trade and it's dropping like this, by all means, don't close it out. Just don't enter any new trades after 230. So sometimes people get confused on that. You don't have to exit at 230. If you're already in a good trade and got a good runner and it's still moving and you're gaining points and making money, don't exit it right then. I'd be out before 3, but you could have ridden this down and exited when it broke above one of these bullish bars or something here, or even when it broke above the first bar. If you'd have done that, if you took that trade and you did that, broke higher right there, there's an easy 7.5 points on a single contract. So those are the kind of trades you want to try to take. So anyway, there it is. That's how I saw it today. Well, I don't see anything else here really critical or interesting to talk about. Somebody did ask me about trend lines and I answered them, and so I'll say this in the video. You have to get your trend lines have to be closed. It doesn't mean they have to be exactly like mine. If you get it close and you can't come to the same conclusions, that's the main thing. You got to come to the same conclusion. So we're chart readers. We're not just on here looking for patterns and trying to enter. We're trying to read the chart and understand where prices are going and what they're doing, and that's where the rules come in. The rules tell you fade a breakout. So that means you want to go short when it breaks out up here. And that means you want to go long when it breaks out down the bottom. So follow the rules, try to figure out what prices are doing, and try to go with them. And then look for the setups. If you just come in here and look for setups, and I'm not saying this trader's doing that, but he's saying he's been doing this for a year and can't figure out the trend lines. Well, 90% of the time, the trend lines come off the first 2 swings using the closes or the bodies. It could be the open or the close, but you use the bodies, not that you start at the top of the stem, but on the next swing you use the bodies. And if you do your trend line like that, 90% of the time you're going to be in the right ballpark. You're going to have it right. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, and just practice them. I want to show you one other thing. Okay, this is our website, and there's so much information on here, and people, I don't take the time to go visit the website. Look, follow some of these links, look into some of this stuff, read some of this stuff. Everything we teach is free on the web. I mean, you can find it for free. Now, it's a whole lot harder to put it together. If you buy the manual, it makes it so much easier. But you don't have to buy anything from me. I'm not. The idea here is not to hawk materials. The idea is to help people and teach, help the people that have supported me by buying something from me, buying our manual. Our stuff is cheap. I barely charge anything for it. You know, most people want thousands of dollars for information that's not worth the paper it's printed on. So I basically give this stuff away. I'm not making a lot of money off the website, but people don't spend the time to investigate a lot of this stuff. But the best link we got here, if you're a premium member, and people never know this is here. I don't know why, because they don't go look at the site. But we got a video lessons link right here. Click on that. And you'll see two other links. This stuff is all free here, and this is the premium stuff, the stuff that we charge for. But you'd be surprised how much good, even if you're, go through the premium stuff first, because that's where all the good video lessons are. But you'd be shocked how many free ones I have in here that are just as good. So go visit this stuff. Let me just show you some of this stuff. You click on it, and it has everything categorized by topic, so it makes it easy to find if you want something on trend lines. So you just come down here and click on this section right here, and you just flow through it. And you can see you got stuff on just day trading stuff on price action here, stuff on the learning process, stuff on the psychology, tools, talking about the time frames we use, the tick charts, the dangers of counter trend trading, how to trade support, resistance, range breakouts, trend lines, all about trend lines. This is all free. Come look at it. Use it. Our exits, entries and exits, stuff about the market open, the gaps. This stuff is all free. Here's a bunch of live trades. And not every live trade is in there, because I have not updated this part of it in a long time. This is just the basics. Stuff about market, other market information. There's just all kind of stuff in there. Come look at it. And if you back up here, most of you can't see this stuff, because if you're not a premium member, if you're a premium member, you can see the stuff in here. But I've had people hadn't seen half the videos because they don't know how to find them, because they don't take the time to search the website. They're too busy trying to trade live when they don't, when they should be learning. But here's the pay stuff, and of course you got the basics, day trading, psychology, charts, all about key entry points, trend lines. Look at all these videos on trend lines and trend line breaks, entries, congestion. Here's all about congestion, reversal patterns. Failed second entry, stay away from that. If you're new, stay away from that. I should probably take it out. I get so many emails about failed, and people don't even understand what they're doing, and they're very, very advanced. So, counter trend, market open, market safety stops, I talk about market geometry and your measured moves, trade management. It's just all kind of stuff in here. And it's again, this is the paid part. This is probably where you're going to get the best videos and stuff. So make sure you go and check this out. And everybody should read the frequently asked questions every few weeks, or at least once a month, because any little small tweaks, that's where I put it in there. So there's a lot of interesting and important information in these frequently asked questions. So make sure you read through those occasionally. All your non-member free articles are here. All your premium paid stuff is in this link. All the manuals we sell are over on this link. There they all are. You got the different ones here. If you come down the right side, all our posts are from the most recent one down are here, and I think it shows the last 10 or something. And so if you can't find the mid-morning chart, it should be sitting right here. Just click on it. And I only keep these hidden for or they're not hidden, but I only keep them private for like 30 days. And after that, anybody can see them. I open them up for free, and anybody could. It's not like it's going to help you that day, but you might go back and read some of these and look at the charts and study them. So make sure you use this stuff. It's there. Again, you click on the premium member content page, and all this software that we offer for free. And if you don't know how to find something, if you come right here and type in anything you want, it'll pull up everything on here. So let's say you want to find Pat's custom toolbar. If you want to use our custom toolbar, type it in there, click enter, hit enter or hit search, and look, it pops right up. It comes right up. So take some time to investigate the website, the forums here. YouTube, it talks about our YouTube lessons. If you want to contact me, I got a section here with the current market news if you want to go read the news every day. I mean, it's just amazing the stuff that's here, and it's all free for the most. 90% of it's free, and people won't even use it. They'd rather send me an email and ask me directly than come in here and do a little work on their own. So I encourage you, go look at our website, and even if you're not a member, because you'd be shocked what you can learn for free here. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to get rich off this stuff. I do it to help people more than anything. So take advantage of it. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again Monday. Of course, we'll do our mid-morning chart on Friday, but I try to get out of here by noon on Fridays. Please don't send me an email after noon on Fridays. Save it for Monday because I'm not going to read it after noon on Fridays because I'm trying to get out of here. I got to have a break at some point. I know I'm way behind in the forum. People are asking me to come into the forum, but I honestly just haven't had time. I mean, literally. Today's the earliest I've been able to do the video in forever, and it's 4 o'clock. So by the time I do my trading and take care of the website and answer emails and do the video every day and upload it and then process it and upload, I mean, it's an all-day affair for me. And I'm trying to do my own trading as well. I'll be honest, I don't trade near as much as I used to. I was in there at 7 a.m. sharp every morning. But I'll be honest, I'm getting close to retirement. I don't have to have the money anymore. But I love to trade, and I still like to have a little spending money. So I come in, and if I get here at 7, I'm here at 7. If I don't get here till 8:30, sometimes now I don't get here till 8:30. But usually I'm here by 8 or 8:30. But used to, I was here sitting at my desk ready to start trading at 7 o'clock, and I still do that, but not like I used to. I'm not as dedicated as with my trading because I don't need to be anymore. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again to do it Monday. Hope you had a good trading day. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.